Hello my friends and welcome back. It's episode 84. Let's go over that equipment. There's the precise bolter. Wow, I found a lot of Xeno artifacts recently. And I've probably got a lot more in my inventory. Okay. There she is, the precise bolter. I guess those large medkits are not bad either. How much reputation do I need with them to unlock that colony? Item or colony building. $36,000, that's a lot. That's exploratory reputation, it's quite easy to get. Unerring shots. Torpedoes deal 15% more damage. 2 security for all colonies. Meh. All allies gain 5 ballistic skill and 5% damage to their ranged attacks. Wow, that's amazing. Yes, please. Okay, well I got the bolter I wanted. $15 to 21 times 4. It's blatantly better than and it's got additional hit chance and less recoil. It's blatantly better than the heavy bolter. Although the heavy bolter does have more damage potential, I think. Because it's a lot of hits. And there are lots of like flat damage bonuses that stack together. But then again, the precise bolter would penetrate armor a bit better too. Unfortunately, it's not a heavy weapon, so it's not exactly ideal. Okay, I've got an endless supply of these new frag grenades. The old ones can actually just be cargoed. Let's go ahead and cargo stuff that's garbage. These grenades are useful only for Argenta with her demolition skill. 16 to 32 with armor pen. Okay, so these... if they fail a toughness penalty... let's cargo those. I think this emergency stim would actually be more useful for her. That can be cargoed because it's not very good. So this grenade is effective because she has high demolition. Okay, I don't think that that's a good item that can just go. That's useful for Abelard, but not for anyone else. Yeah, I feel like this is junk as well. I'm just never going to use it. Stim is good. It's really good. I mean, 4 MP, 4 AP could be really useful in the right situation. She's got perception. These are kind of weak as well now. These top-of-the-line frag grenades are easily better than anything I've got. Crack is slightly better with straight-up damage, but obviously has a tighter explosion radius. I suppose it would be themic for her to use these. Found a pair of boots for her that's actually... well, I guess that's better than nothing. Okay. Why is that in my inventory instead of just in cargo? Bizarre. %15 dodge if the agility is more than 65. Which hers is not. But it could get there. But she can't use that equipment. I don't actually have anyone who can use Dukari equipment. Oh, it's weapon skill and strength. I thought for some reason it was ballistic skill. I'll just put that in as a better than nothing item. Okay. I'm done for now. I definitely want to go back to using heavy weapons, but with Argenta. But this bolter is just so much better than her heavy bolter. At some point I will replace this with a heavy flamer. I think that would be ideal. Okay. I think we're done. Lord Captain, the astropathic choir have caught glimpses of horrifying visions coming from Webis 4. Something has breached the colony from underground. Soon a new sector of deep tunnels have been put into operation, overrun by monsters. They lurk in the darkness, swarm in the shadows, attack quietly, and leave nothing in their wake. None who have faced them have survived to tell the tale. The Frighter's workers call them a swarm because they crawl along the tunnel like a wave. Say that the enemies are vast in numbers and insect-like. One of the workers who was lucky to survive the attack has come up to the surface. The horror drove him mad, but he held a wrench covered in strange engravings. All allies gain 10 demolition and deal 10% more fire damage. The threat is unknown. Establishing the nature of the threat is top priority. Collateral losses are insignificant. Request authorization to coordinate offensive operation carried out by penal battalions. To block off this threat and protect the people, to do this we must blow up the tunnels, but to make sure the plan works, it has to be done in zones currently occupied by this unknown enemy. I'm sure a dozen brave men can be found in the colony, ones willing to accept the grace of martyrdom and descend into the darkness with the explosives. It's the same options. These are exactly the same choices as the ones we already looked at. We're either blowing up the tunnels or we're doing the counterattack. Yeah, we use a lot of fire in my retinue. Let's go with this. Heed my words, for I ask you to kindle the flames of faith in your chest against no corruption can withstand. Making a sign of the Aquila with their hands, a dozen martyrs wearing explosive vests have descended into the darkness. Their belief carried them towards a gracious death in his name. A series of tremors shook the mines, and the monstrous roars of crumbling earth filled the empty tunnels. For now, they are kaboomed. That's so weak. 10 to 14 damage is sad. Fellowship of the Void, 17,500. I think I can get that. $17,500 reputation, I think will do it. Fellowship of the Void. So I need the next level. Okay, 400 I need. Three melter charges and a needle pistol. Wow. One stack of the fatigued effect. Minus 10 penalties to any strength, toughness, and agility tests, and minus 1 movement point. That's pretty nasty, actually. That might be a nice addition to Abelard. If he can keep on penalizing the enemy with those. I'll keep the last pistol for DPS reasons. You know, on a boss, that might be quite severe if you keep on stacking those penalties. Those minus 10 penalties, they soon add up. Coordinates from the ship's log lead to an unremarkable star system. The Augur crew reports the arrays cannot register anything worthy of the Lord Captain's attention. Was this log entry someone's idea of a joke? Someone's decided to mock the rogue trader. They are playing a dangerous game. Just in case this triggers something. I don't know if you can hear my cat there. Nope, there's just nothing here. And thus, the rogue trader's time was duly wasted. Okay, what is left to do? Four profit factor gained. So one of my colonies has just finished doing whatever it was doing. can't do anything until I pass this. 11,675. I reckon I could probably do that. I wouldn't mind an endless supply of high-grade medkits either. Although I don't think the Explorators have got anything I particularly want. They'll take holy gifts. Okay, I think that's all I needed to trade. It's not easy to get your reputation up with these guys. You have to do a lot of farming. Like, a lot of farming. This replenishing medkits versus 5% more damage to Xenos. Ancient and fearsome weapons captured on the ship of the Ark enemy's devotees and cleansed by technosauricism over the course of a 7-year-long vigil. Not that great. That's quite nice, but I would need a lot of reputation to get it. Sweet. Give me one of them acid grenades. Might be really potent too. Actually, not this character, because this character can use the any psychic attacks reduce armor by 3%. So this can do like 8 hits and reduce armor by 24. These two will always be busy killing people. I thought an armor shredder for her would be better. I have improved medkits. I might not actually need these. Anymore. Imagine if I end up with an infinite supply of the best ones. It might not be necessary to use these anymore. Okay. Probable location. Laptis Mortis, Last Chance of Serene Liberator Maledicta. Lapidus Mortis. Wait, is Langren's belt this one that I'm literally sat on right now? Nope. Oh, it's one of those three up there. Okay. No problem. Troubling news, your lordship. When digging an irrigation ditch, the workers found a xeno obelisk made of unknown material. A series of anomalies were recorded in Ipson 2's Major's room, like Janus itself was fighting us there. Many logistical chains have been disrupted. The Chem princes are hastily summoning militias and getting ready to start a purifying crusade. Vegetation demonstrated remarkable ability for wild growth. It took the plants only 2 days to overrun the agri-complexes in the region. The extinct species of local megafauna have been spotted in the newly formed jungle, aggressive and acting in an unnatural cohesion. We do not know as if they all received a signal telling them to abandon their work and rush deep into the affected territory. Some were stopped by watchmen appointed by your order. Unfortunately, about 100 still made their way into the region. Wow, that sucks. The nature of Janus is rising up. It's a lucky coincidence that Janus harbors specialists who are not only experts in controlling life, but on destroying it as well. No reports from the Magos Biologis Capella bear no mention of the storage of weapons of mass destruction, though no doubt they do possess some. Deployment of fortified research stations in the affected sectors is recommended. Benefit of gathering more information justifies the increased casualty rate. Sickly creatures know more about this planet's pestilent growth than we do. Something must amend quickly. We should catch some mutants and force them to cooperate. That way we can learn what we are dealing with. The old options are gone. Okay, well, frankly, these two rewards are terrible. So I guess Warlord it is. Even though it seems a bit extreme. The rebelling wilds will soon become a scorched wasteland. A job well done, I say. Lord Captain has decided to assume personal command and lead the operation from aboard his ship. The tip of the spear is comprised of scutarium and apples aimed with radium carbines, phosphorex bombs and other equally fearsome weaponry. The land that they left in their wake resembled the scarlet wastes of sacred Mars. That was brutal. Great buff though. User gains 1 AP and immediately resets cooldowns on all attacks and attack abilities. At the start of the next user's turn, they gain 1 stack of staggered that lasts until the end of combat. Ugh. That's a bit yikes. Basically, do you want the sword? Do you want the endless stream of Scorcher? Which, I suppose you could turn it into cargo and then turn it into reputation. Either way, you get the security bonus. That's quite a powerful sword. Plus 1 damage per character in the party, so 6. So 18 to 27. With 25 armor pen. I think Abelard's going to stick with chain weapons. I might just take these. Yay, more frag grenades. Because these constantly renewing items can be, they could be sold to turn into reputation. Some of his swords are already better than, or close to better than that sword anyway. Especially with the chainsword bonuses. Alright, let's get this Dakari nonsense dealt with. Jez reporting about disaster. Ghostly Xenos figures that appear at dusk and go away at dawn. In the ravenous swarm, they attack one agricultural facility each night, freezing everything they touch. Not too many facilities were damaged. Whenever the wearer uses a major psychic power, they gain 10 plus 2 times willpower bonus to all psychic power damage until the end of their next turn. That's probably like about 20% for most characters. Not much, they are incorporeal and difficult to discern. They happen to have Eldari features. The spirits draw warmth out of humans, plants, and animate objects, but seemingly do not hunt consciously, but rather do not notice anything in their way. At dawn, they dissolve into mist. They gather at the borders at the break of dawn and whirl into a wild dance, howling and destroying all living things, then disperse into thousands of fading flashes. Something is not right. The wraiths appear from the planet's outskirts and rush towards the heart of the contaminated region instead of invading from within it. Furthermore, differences suggest that there may be 2 groups of wraiths opposing each other. After some of the events that taken place on the ship, we got interested in ghosts while on footfall. I brought a book, an illegal one of course, that describes the so-called ritual of silence, said to be able to pacify violent spirits on the scale of an entire world. I cannot vouch for the safety of this ritual. Instead of relying on the wicked ways to solve the problems, it would be better to turn to our good priests, the skilled exorcists in the ecclesiarchy who know how to drive out dark spirits. You will gain Spirit Drape. Whereas non-attack psychic powers cost 1 less AP during the first turn, that's kind of sad. Grants 10 lore warp and 15 lore Xenos. Potentially useful? Especially for a character that sucks at warp. It's going to be an accessory though. That would actually be a useful item for my warp channeler. But this could also be very powerful. That's a heretic trophy. Let's go with this. I hope this will not beget more serious problems. Let us take our chances. Invisible force pushed the wraiths away from man-made structures, stopped their horrifying dance, and shielded the Lord Captain's subject from the rampage of the Xenos. Good work. Mission complete. Man, visiting regularly for these bonus items, I might. you could just jump around endlessly and just farm these for reputation. Unfortunately, there's no way to equip this to her. But it does offer something. Or does it? Okay, whatever. Huh. Maybe I should have gone for that psyker thing. Might have actually been quite powerful for my main character. I didn't realise that my main item was so rubbish. But anyway, whatever. It's done now. Object dead ahead. Copy that. Energy spike of an unknown nature. Cogitator network overloaded. Peripheral systems offline. The gate. What is that? We're detecting activity near the object. Observations include the signatures of the very similar to ships. Xenos ships. Succeeded! Target hit. One of the Xenos ships has fallen. Glory to the rogue trader. Another Xenos ship inbound. It must be a boarding party, but where did it come from? It was hiding nearby. It closed and undetected while we were distracted by the construct. Uh-oh.
I'll be your beacon in the darkness.
Man, you needed to bring more than 2 ships. Man, my side is getting wrecked here. Get those shields restarted.
Let us purge your enemies, rogue trader.
What is going on?
I lift up my voice in prayer for this vessel and its hollowed guns.
I keep on resetting the battle, it looks like. Get those shields back to full.
No escape was detected. No.
My premonitions never fail me.
Well, apart from the opening salvo, that was pretty easy. Boarding parties land on the ship. They are advancing steadily towards the plasma drive. The enforcers are being overrun. They are asking for reinforcements. If we do not help this filth will destroy our vessel from the inside. I will not allow that.
In truth, Mistress Haydari, I find it hard to believe that a ne'er-do-well such as yourself could be successful in any field, even smuggling.
In truth, Master Viserion, I find it hard to believe that anyone would pull out for such a bore as yourself. But you've somehow managed to sire a whole gaggle of offspring.
Wow. That was brutal. Funny.
Let us not dawdle. Your Mankind has no right to exist.
We're just doing the same cutscene again. Doesn't look like I have a time limit.
Make it happen.
Zero to 0 damage. Why does this do such terribly tiny damage? Does 1 to psi rating plus power level damage, which should be 3 and 7, so 10. To 16 on 33%.
You pay for this in blood!
Am I getting paid for this? Don't get too cocky.
Woe to you!
Here,
I'm not
have another.
accustomed to being ordered around.
Swift and silent, if it serves your cause.
Aim for the
I
opening.
understand your intent. I am not your Xenos pet monkey.
Oh,
Return of pain tenfold.
what a beautiful hit.
This tedium is beneath me.
My soul hunger beckons. Carnage beckons.
Oof.
Pain is all.
Their death won't be easy.
I am a prey to his flesh.
Oof.
You never stood a chance. Grace.
How did that one die? I didn't even feel like I did that much damage to that one. Oh wait, yes I did. Never mind.
I've seen worse battles than this in my time. Indeed.
Here comes the pain.
A work for a flesh crafter.
It will be done.
Okay, well those two are in check from now on.
was chosen. Doubt is for the weak.
Your last stroke.
As the Emperor commands, I act.
This weapon is pretty good.
I refuse.
I bring agony.
Your misery is my treat.
I'll make you howl.
It's so funny how ineffective their weapons are against Abelard. Like, against other people, it hurts like crazy, but against him, it's like...
Step aside. The navigator is coming.
it's a joke, basically. Oh yeah, she can hit them all.
Isn't this a job for the serfs? Me? If you insist, Captain.
This in blood.
Another bird painted black.
She's so powerful, it's disgusting.
On it. Ah, I won't forget this.
I can't quite get into the position to laser beam both of them. 50 to 70 is not bad.
Fought
You
better.
call this a strike?
You should have fought better.
You cannot force me, Elantak. If it serves your cause, another soul slips beyond the veil.
Is here.
Get wrecked.
I understand your intent.
Carnage beckons! Your torment.
Horror awaits.
My ears are ringing. Victory is imminent. That's
Carved
not the
at
Seneschal's
turkey.
job. My place is at the fore. I will do my duty. Indeed.
Let me educate you.
At your beck and call. It will be done.
I will not. I will bathe this battlefield in righteous fury. Faith without deeds is worthless. This is why I was chosen.
Unleashed my
As
This
the
is,
Emperor commands, I act.
This is a great weapon. The burst fire will be pretty amazing as well, but not in this situation. The only thing is that we can't build up fired up nearly as fast, but still. He's blocking the stairs.
Isn't this a job for the serf? Try to die with grace, at least.
Foul breath.
I am a navigator, not a serf. As you command.
Be.
Do not dare ask. I'm afraid not. Isn't this a job for the serfs?
Okay, I guess that'll do for now.
I'll make it happen. Your end was inevitable.
I refuse to bow.
It's as good as done.
Ruined.
I move swiftly to strike. I will not. That is beneath me.
Guess you just can't reach.
If it serves your cause.
There's a joke there somewhere. I want to say, but I cannot.
Stop trying, monkey.
Tried and tested tactics are the best ones. At your beck and call. It will be done.
High momentum.
Rejoice in battle! Each strike is a prayer. I'll do it.
Steady superiority is ready.
I have read tomes of military tactics.
Can you reach? Yep.
Last stroke of luck.
Deliver us!
I move as if unseen. I am not
Goodbye.
your seat.
I can taste my blood.
Rise to the top or get left in the dust.
We got a device to disarm. I think one of my characters is stuck. I can hear them running in the corner. There we go. Oh no, where is he? Where is my son? Wait, he's an operation officer from Deck 67-3, not from one of the local clans, which is why I remember him. He helped me bring up the new recruits on the planet. What is he doing here? Take a step towards the man and peer into his face. Blue veins bulge from under his scab mottled skin, his bloodshot eyes darting in every direction. Tacticus, my boy. Swamp devils dragged him off. I'm where I'm supposed to be. I'm looking for my son. Emperor's valiant guards came to save my boy, showed them where the swamp devils dragged Tacticus. I led them right here like they asked, but they make short work of the nest of those beats. I'll be down if this officer has a son. Perhaps he did once, but he embarked without any family in tow. I believe he is not here by chance. He has been in the clutches of the Dark Ones. His current state may be the bitter fruit of time spent alongside those masters of torment and madness. I don't understand. Xenos, what Xenos? For an instant, awareness returns to his eyes. Emperor, preserve us. What is this nightmarish scene? I was leading the Emperor's guards to the Swamp Devil's nest across the marshlands of my homeworld, but instead of that, I was showing the way to them. The guards, they weren't very chatty. One of them called me something strange. Monkey, I think. I heard them talking among themselves. Something about seizing the ship. Don't let them through. Blow up the reactor bay, damage the engines, and disembowel the helpless ship to your Xeno heart's content. Oh yes, that sounds just like my partners. I don't remember, it's so strange, like I'm here and I'm there at the same time. I remember many watches ago a visit from the guardsman. After the Swamp Devils attacked, it seemed he treated my injuries and did something to my face, said his comrades would come and do what they had to do. Motive force, strike me down. I think I've got it. The Xenos that the crew smoked out during the recent warp jump. This poor madman must have taken him for a guardsman. Remember Lord Captain, the enraged Akuri who had bent several crew members to his will? Until the last beast of the race of enemies of humanity are dead, the innocent will continue to suffer torment. Is this not a sign that he must work doggedly to rid the universe of Xenos? I don't deserve to live after what I've done. My mind is probably corrupted for good already. Even now I'm looking at you, I can see behind you the marsh where Tacticus vanished. Whatever they did to him, there's no way back for him now. If it were up to me, I'd let him slip back into the illusion where there's still hope of finding Tacticus. Let him go at peace with himself and not as a traitor. The officer's body slides to the floor and convulses before going still. Despite his agonizing death, the dead man's face shows no sign of suffering. The only notable injury is on his face, his nose disfigured, a red slimy substance streaming from it. Take the body to the infirmary and try and identify the cause.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
Aha! Found it.
Bomb produces short electromagnetic pulses that disable power grids and devices, strong enough to take out the power of a whole city district or several void ship sections.
The Emperor favors me today.
Man, what if you are not able to defuse that? Huh, a sniper rifle. That's not a sniper rifle, range 12, not really. I was going to say a sniper rifle with rate of fire 2, that's interesting. Actually not that interesting.
Keep my options open.
One and it's done.
So, it looks like the crew managed to get a couple of enemies killed.
Have a backup plan.
still a fair bit
Let
of
us not dawdle.
loot lying around.
My pleasure.
Rise to the top, or get left in the dust.
Cut off the power.
It's nothing.
Oh. That would be why.
Is there money to be made?
I guess this is to make this easier. That maybe this was supposed to have a timer originally, and then they took the timer away. That's how that feels to me. Like they changed the design of this encounter. That originally it was supposed to be a timer. And that's why that guy lingers up here. You were supposed to kill him to end the timer. Shard carbine. Sometimes, you know, something is designed a
always
certain
keep my
way,
options
and then in
open.
playtesting they just get rid of it because it's too annoying. Although, I mean, they had a timed battle right near the beginning of the game, so I don't know. Right, anyway, we're out of time. So that is it for now. Join me next time. I will see you then.